We have water. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So the ground's a little bit froze. We got the Hyundai 17Z9A out of the shop. We're going to go locate our electric line to the shop so that when Fletcher's well drilling get here today to put the well in the casing and run it to the house, they know where the electric's at. We're going to come over here and we'll get her dug up, get it marked out. And then we're also going to run a water line to the shop so we have water out in the shop. So George and I will get this dug up and we'll do some video along the way. Alright, we're going to get started here. We got some stuff marked out. Just made some lines in the snow. How froze it is. That's not too bad. Alright, I have my blade down. There we go, that's better. The electric line was 36 inches deep when we buried it, and then we hauled some fill in. It's probably even deeper. Well, I know it's deeper, but we still want to locate it by hand just to be safe. Nice thing is it's in a conduit, so we can kind of probe for it. Unfortunately, I didn't put any red tape with this for electric like I did the line to the house. Wish I would have. But I didn't even think about it. Not as froze as I thought it was going to be. 4 foot with their water line. shop. Got everything exposed that we need exposed to put the hydrant in. I ended up staying a little farther away from the shop than what I was on that corner. Having it in conduit. You don't have to worry about nicking it with a shovel. Oh, yep, there's our original trench where we put the wire in. Let me shove that back a little bit. I can come forward and get some of that. Up hose sizes here a little bit. We're gonna go from 3,500 pounds to 56,000 pounds. Got all our small stuff dug up. We're gonna switch to the 220 and just make us some holes. That's what I thought. It's right there. We started digging with the 17 at the house and got into the other trench from the wire, and it's still a little soft and it caved in. The Fletcher boys told me they'd make me a deal. If I would dig everything in, they'd go ahead and install my frost-free hydrant in my shop and the materials to do it with. So like, deal, I'll do that. Then they didn't have to mess around unloading their Mini. I wish I had a 36-inch bucket for the 220. Gonna have to get one. I do have my 24, I suppose we could go get. Whatever. Doze it all back shut anyways. Not like I'm tearing the yard up or anything. We all know what this yard's been the whole time. It's all fill anyways. Tear it up, no big deal. get it. Just get out of the way. At least if it caves in now, we still got plenty of room to do everything we need to do. Now we're going to dig across to the shop. It's 30 on my monitor, but I don't think that's true. Must be the warmth of the hoe warming it up, because it's probably 25. Good, George. Get some of this frost off. About compaction in this yard, because we'll have just about every bit of it dug up eventually. Hands are still cold from being on the 17. They're a little bit numb. Break that up a little bit. Would be nice if I had heated pilot controls. wondering why I track with my hands, it's because I like to cross my feet under me, under the seat. I don't know, it's just a habit. It just seems comfortable. So instead of uncrossing my feet every time, I just reach forward and grab the track handles. Travel levers, whatever you want to call them. Other than the septic, sewer lines, we're pretty much done with all the... Okay, it looks good. The deeper the better, though. We don't want our water to freeze. Okay. But other than sewer lines, we're done with underground utilities. Oh, gas line, but still waiting on that. If I get to a point, I'll just side dig the rest. I'll side dig the rest. Now we're gonna head towards the well. hard to get a nice looking trench when you're digging through all backfill. Where the pipe's going is virgin ground, but everything on top we filled in. An 1.25 inch water line in, so we got plenty of room to get it in there, even if it does cave in on us a little bit like it did back there. Dig this over here. Go ahead and make sure we put that dirt far enough out of our way so we're not dealing with it. At least out here it's a clean slate. You got plenty of room to put stuff dirt wise. We're not sitting on piles and everything else. Getting this cleaned up. Well, we got our water lines run to the house. Dave everything's drilled through and got them put in the basement. So now we can go ahead and get all this backfilled. So I'm gonna take the dozer and push this shut. Got a roll of water line down there yet. It's gonna get hooked up to the hydrant in the shop. And they're working on hooking it up to the well right now. So George and I will get this shoved back shut and cleaned up and make it look nice again. officially got water to the shop. George is going to get it backfilled. Dave and Sean sure do nice work. Got us all plumbed up here. We're gonna have water by the end of the day. I'm excited. Now we can do some pressure washing. Go get my pressure washer from Zach's. Do some washing. I wanna wash Micro Richard up. He's getting a little dirty. Now you can see why we left those sleeves in the floor. Got us a nice Iowa frost-free hydrant in here. And I left this one here for a drain for a sink. And we've got the toilet one over there. So once we're all settled in the house, and I got some time, I can build this area in and make this our water closet. And we'll have running water for washing hands. I'm gonna get a water heater, so I got some hot water out here. So it's gonna be great when it's all done. All right, I'm gonna go back to running the dozer for a while. Let George get this backfilled. We got water. So we definitely got some good water. Look at that, look at that. I'd like to thank Fletcher's Well Drilling for making this happen. I'm excited about this. We'll be able to fill sprayers, fill a tanker out of this, water the cows. That's pretty impressive. So this is a constant pressure well. It'll put out some water. So if you want a well like mine, get a hold of Fletcher's Well Drilling and they will put you a well in. And you can have excellent water pressure like this also. I could just stay out here all day and play with my hose now. So I'm gonna run down the basement real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and just shut the breaker off for the well for now, just until we get heat in the house to make sure that nothing happens for our little electric heater. If it quits or something were to freeze and then thaw back out and this well start pumping, it could fill the basement up pretty quick with water, and we wouldn't want a swimming pool in the house. So I'm just gonna come down here and shut it off, and I get to show you what we have down here. All right, so down here in the basement, we've got our well tank. We've got our supply coming from the well into the house, comes into here. And then we have our line going back outside. And the nice thing is, Dave put me a valve in here, so if I ever come home and there's a problem with the water outside or a frost-free hydrant, I can come in here and shut this off for the night and not have to worry about it till the next morning. So that'll all feed the shop, whatever we put out to water the cows, things like that. He put me a valve here so that I can crimp my PEX on and go from here to the mana block to feed it, to feed the rest of the house. The well is a variable pressure well. It's actually a 3-phase pump out in the ground, 3-phase electric, and this is the phase converter for it. So the way this works is it's constant pressure, and it will actually basically throttle that electric motor out there in the ground in the well casing. It'll speed it up and slow it down. So for example, like if you're running a sprinkler out in the yard and it's not taking a lot of water, what it'll do on a traditional well is it will make the pressure fluctuate constantly, and that'll kick the well on and off, on and off, on and off all day long. Well, that burns up the electric motor out in the well in the ground on the pump and causes issues. With this, it allows that motor to run constantly, and it's three-phase, so it runs cheap. It allows it to run constantly. It's not on and off, burning the motor up over time. So this is a pretty cool setup, and as you can see, it puts out a lot of water. So very happy with the setup. I'd like to thank Dave and Sean for coming out and getting this put in. There's their business sticker that they stick on their wells. They got their phone number there, so if you need a well put in, it doesn't matter, residential, commercial, or farm irrigation, they cover all of it. So great guys to work with, great friends of mine, just all around great guys. So if you need a well, get a hold of them. They'll get you taken care of, and they do beautiful work. I mean, look how nicely plumbed everything is. So, all right, now that this is in, I can figure out where I want to put my water heater, and I'll get that all plumbed up. Got to get the power vent plumbed up for that. So get that put in, and then the plumbing is officially done. I'm not going to turn on the water to the mana block until we know that we have our heat in the house and we don't have to rely on these electric heaters. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get the natural gas put in here this coming week. Hopefully NIPSCO will come get it done. They were supposed to do it before Christmas and never did. So getting a little bit aggravated. It should have been done by now. So that's moving our move-in date to the house a lot farther back than what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be mid-January, but we're already almost there. So it's looking like it's going to be the end of January. I know I've had a few viewers ask me when we're going to move in, and I would have liked to have been moved in by now, but with waiting on the gas, that's kind of out of my hands. But the septic tank will be here tomorrow. That was another thing. We had to get a tank ordered, and it'll be here tomorrow. And then we'll get that knocked out. That won't take very long. And then other than that, it's just finish up HVAC, get the natural gas line in, install the stove upstairs. The house is painted other than trim. So we're ready to really move in once we get that natural gas and the septic done. So things are looking good for the end of January. I'm hoping it won't be much later than that. So we'll see what happens. So anyways, thank you for watching. Greatly appreciate it. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a good evening.